Hi, Gemini, Sun, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I hope and pray all is well with you. I have a little bit of a backover from my microphone that I'm using today, but I'll go along with it. If I sound a little weird, that's probably why. But to start off with the message, we have the quantum codes that came out for you guys, and you had for strength to hold your vibration high as those who have lower vibration around you lash out and test you. Okay, and it's 96, 91, 771. I'll have in the description of each of the readings this month where I have the quantum codes used. I'll have rules that kind of relate to the quantum codes and how they're used, okay? Then we have for one who hesitates and doubts their divine nature to accept it, 31 space 57 space 825, excuse me. Okay. And then we have for Reiki energy to upgrade one level higher than the last class taken, 21 space 85 space 006. And then to shine one's light brightly, no matter what is going on in their life experience, we have 51 space 34 space 581. And you guys got a lot of oracle that came out, but I'm going to roll with it because you got some really important ones that were significant, especially with 15. You had Anya, Durga, power of the good. And it was so like profound what I was picking up on and reading with it. I wanted to roll around with it and kind of read over some of the things that came with it. Now, it does say you need never lose faith in the power of good. You need never lose faith in how much you can accomplish as an independent and inspired individual in this world. You need never believe that you are alone or without divine protection. You need never fear evil. The third eye of the Divine Mother sees all things, is ever watchful and ever just. She births through holy vision the manifest power of good in all realms. Her gaze is upon you now. Trust her, okay? And in a reading, it says, believe in the power of the divine to keep an eye on things for you. Trust that power to alert you when you need to know something or to understand what is happening in your life and what you need, even if you aren't so sure of that yourself at times. Be active in the contesting negativity. The moment you feel something isn't coming from love, acknowledge it immediately. You don't have to make it about you or analyze it. And it goes on and it talks about using your divine connection to make it about, use your divine connection to deal with it promptly and effectively. Call for divine support in all things, okay? And it talks about how you can divert help away from someone else if you ask for it yourself. So just be mindful of that and how it is talking about the power of good, because I feel like some of you are going to have some self-realization where either somebody was treating you a certain kind of a way, or you may need to be mindful if somebody had already pre-warned you about somebody and how you might be treating them. Because if you're trying to say so about something and you're trying to manipulate that what you're doing is good, is seeming like it's not really true, it's false. And that can be you, or that could be somebody else who's doing this, and you may need to like practice accountability, Most High is saying. But June is that month for it, because if you think about it in history, before we get to Julius Caesar, July, right, we have that June period and what happened during that time. There's a lot that happens, and it's a very important month, and its a year before is very significant and important. And it's something in which you guys may need to look into, or you have a deep study interest there. But I'm going to move on because we have Anwar as your oracle next. And Anwar had a huge, profound meaning for you guys that I wanted to look into a little bit, well, share with you guys more, because I kind of read into these already. But it's about axis, life and death in the U tree. It says Anwar represents the vertical axis or central line of Drexel, or Drexel, the tree of life, a yew tree. In Old Norse mythology, there are many references to the yew tree, and it is no accident that the Norse use the wood of the yew to make their bows and arrows. This powerful rune is an example of the cosmic nature of these symbols bestowed on Odin. And it has some more about it, but we're going to get to Frigg because Frigg got a lot, okay? And Frigg has a backstory too. It's kind of getting on my nerves, so I'm going to take these out, but hopefully you guys can still hear me pretty well. But with Frigg right here, there's a little bit of extra backstory that don't come in the main period area where it comes and relates to her card or whatever. She has like a little extra like stuff in the beginning that I wanted to get to. But along with Freya, Frigg is one of the best known goddesses of Norse mythology. The two are often confused and their stories mixed up. Frigg is the wife of Odin and the queen of Azar. It's possible to think of Frigg as the great mother figure associated with all things to do with the family and fertility. Frigg has the ability to foresee the future, okay? Sadly, despite seeing the death of her son, she is not able to prevent Baldur's death, even though she goes to extraordinary lengths to protect him. I have already mentioned the story in detail in relation to the god Loki. Okay, so they talk about this here, about Frigg a little bit more. But what's really important about Frigg to know here is that the wife of Odin and the mother of Baldur, Frigg is a Volva, okay? A powerful shaman, all right? And she can alter the course of destiny by reviewing or reweaving, basically. That's how it comes up when you look at it in history, how it's written down initially. It's like reviewing, but it's weaving, whatever. Anyway, the energy in her magical web. Frigg is a shapeshifter who also understands how to weave energy. She asks, how are you feeling? And how is it that energy being projected into the world? Do you feel exalted, feared, longed for, placated, celebrated, or scorned? Your energy, words, thoughts, and actions create a ripple through the universe, creating your destiny. Reweave your destiny and ask Frigg to be your guide, okay? Because if you're very powerful in your energy, it means that you should be transmuting it to positive, because there's something here where you may have been trapping yourself, not knowing that it was something where somebody else was wrong beforehand or wronged beforehand. If you didn't hear me clearly, I was saying wronged beforehand. But I'm getting this vibe here where you may need to take some accountability about something. With Elhaz, there's protection, elk, and mirror here. Elhaz is the rune protection, or the rune of protection, excuse me. I have like a little bit of a glare here, and with this, it's kind of annoying. But it says, the elk is a powerful animal and keeps the energetic field around you safe. Historically, the symbol of Elhaz is the antlers of the elk, which are carved into the spears by Norsemen as a sign of protection and victory. This rune addresses the spiritual warrior and its mirror that reflects the inner self. The battle is always with yourself. Elhaz encourages you to survey the land, to know your parameters, and from whence the danger may come. If you draw this card, Elhaz is protecting you. All right. So just know that when you draw this rune, or when you see people drawing this rune, like I know I draw that rune a lot, and people are like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm drawing that rune because it's a symbol of protection, and it keeps you safe. It keeps your family safe. It's nothing harmful in any way, shape, or form. And so when people like talk against it, like I've been in places like in my family's homes and things like that, and I'll do like the symbol of protection over their mirrors and stuff, and like they'll be like weird, and I'm like, hey, you need to calm down, because it'll actually hit you. Like an antler, like a elk will try to hit you or something like that, like because you're trying to forsake its protection, and it's something to send you protection. So chill, you know, like I'm not crazy, like you acting crazy to the motherfucker. But you know, anyway. But yeah, let's keep on moving and stuff like that. But and get into this message, because somebody is most likely trying to hit somebody with one, or have somebody hit being mean. And funny enough, some people, it could be from the opposite of not the opposite, but the child of Frigg too. So be careful, because there might be some people have bad Freya experiences where only Frigg is good, and then some people have a bad Frigg and, you know, a bad Freya. Some people is just bad Frigg. Be mindful, because some people may have been falsifying that Frigg is bad in y'all family, and Frigg is not. Frigg is here, okay? And I was asking for some like uplifting positive messages. So that's why I'm like taking a lot of time before I even get into my tarot cards to tell you this, because it's very important for somebody's story for you to recognize like somebody may have been lying to you about somebody's personality, who they are, when actually Freya is the one who did something, is what Most High is saying here. It's just coming through to me like right now. I'm seeing it, like I'm physically seeing it. Okay, Freya is not correct. So you may need to help Frigg with something, Gemini, if you are not Frigg yourself, okay? And if you are Freya in your story, there could be somebody that you're dealing with that's another Freya, all right? Maybe they're not supposed to be here either, or their placement might be in conflict with this in some way, shape, or form, the bad Freya. But just be mindful of that, because it's coming through really strongly. You guys got the World card here. You got the Three of Swords, Three of Feathers here, and you have the Sun that's coming through. And I really like that you guys have a change that's being guaranteed and promised that comes into you. A lot of you guys have been working on your foundation. There's a lot of exposure that's meant to come into everything that you have going on because of how you planted seeds in your endeavors. But it talks about, as you've moved forward, that there may have been challenges in the places that you've been. And while you were like enjoying what you were supposed to, and you were like, hey, I'm going to enjoy this no matter what, you may have even fought to enjoy this, to have this comfort in some way, shape, or form that they wanted to take away from you. You need to know this prowess that you have now, where somebody else couldn't lose their prowess because of how people were attacking them too. And it's not that this person is easily triggered, is what you may need to know, is that they're the person who is meant to be they're a warning, a protector. They're a warning and a protector to you, okay? And so when this person is reactive like this, you might be like, oh, they don't need to be this way. You need to remember who their spiritual guide is. Who they are originally connected with too is also something to note here, because you may be telling somebody, no, they shouldn't have did something, when if they hadn't, or had they not, you wouldn't be here, which is showing. Page of Candles is showing. Okay, it's a new opportunity of life and new endeavors here. And I'm getting here that in the mysticism of life, that you're singing, or somebody has sang into you life, because they're so tired of like seeing people put you in strife. Because they've been in that type of situation too. But I also feel here what you need to know most, Gemini, is that your life has been transforming in such a beautiful, profound way because of this person's energy and how they help you. This Eight of Swords shows that you've had people that you've trusted, or you've had closer to you, that are untrustworthy recently. And somebody's soul around you is very aware and reactive. They may have Virgo in their chart too. Maybe that's something you didn't know that they share with somebody connected to yourself, is Virgo. Virgo is also very important, because it seems like with Virgo is being attacked, is what this is. It's showing it. Is that there's a restriction intended. Yeah, there's a, yep. Trying to bug them too. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Oh, I can't make it up. Yeah, this is the way card popped out right in my lap. So I'm just letting you know it's a very vulnerable situation here, in which somebody wanted to have you in, or somebody else that you care about deeply, but it was to target or destabilize. And what you'll do this month, Gemini, you'll find ways to put an end to it. Wow, will you? You have the Three of Pentacles in support of the energy of the Nine of Chalices. It's Page of Chalices. I was saying the Nine of Chalices. Some of you guys, be mindful your trigger finger's been itching, okay? I get that vibe though. Because I feel like somebody's been testing you, but I also feel like somebody's like, your chitter finger's itching. So be mindful, because this may be somebody who's been trying to use your wallet, your endeavors, or things like that, or stole from you, or had this intention of just taking away, period, and then trying to say other people are jealous or something like that. It's lies with the Ace of Grays. It's just more combativeness. Okay, it's more to try to make it seem like you're led astray or that you don't have connection to people because ain't nobody, which means they may not have had that. That's that Shaka Khan part. That's all that means. Don't worry about what that means completely over here. Other than that, they jealous. They're very jealous, and they've been doing something since youth, and now they feel like they need to force tie themselves. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Now, I do have some career advice as well as advice when it comes to like pursuance in which you should get engaged with or pursue hobbies or, work, jobs, careers, and things like that because not everybody's looking for a hobby and whatnot. But we're going to see if there's some advice that comes out for this because it does seem like this may be something that relates there. So I thought it may be pretty cool. You have schedule. Avoid overwhelm. Save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing. Schedule it on a content calendar. All right. So calendaring things could be really important for you, or a specific one in which you may use may be very important, or at some point in time you may have had that idea to use it. Maybe go back to that or consider another one or something like that is what the Most High is telling you. Excuse me, I had to take my chicken cutlets off. I went up the street to go get me some food and came back, had to chill. I look very cute, and chilling, but I had to come back home and stuff. But plan. Is the next one. Anticipate setbacks and failures. Plan for them. Don't let them drain your energy. Use them as fuel to go. Sorry, guys. There was somebody who was trying to mess me and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't have time for that. I'll make it a thing. So, anyway, additional. Now, plan. Anticipate setbacks and failures. Plan for them. Don't let them drain your energy. Use them as fuel to go after your dreams. Like, you mentioned, be the thing that beauty care, hairstylist, nail specialist, makeup artist, and fun. Okay. Maybe some of you guys do this or you like this or maybe you consider something around this for yourself or for some other people. But as you get more involved with it and you implementing this might not be so bad to be pretty fun. Then you have collaborate. Business can be fun. Find good ways to collaborate with others to build both of your brains. Okay. So I think that'd be a pretty cool thing for you guys to focus on. Now, since we did have children that came out, I actually did have today that I wanted to use already for this to get past children. So I'm going to go ahead and read them some of these cards a little bit more that came through, where it noted that there might be somebody here restricted. So I want to clarify this case for the G and the eight forms of G, which lets me know that I have people that can find the lessons in this, but it's not really what somebody and be paid pentacles. Even if somebody didn't have okay, there's somebody here who just wanted to beach off of somebody, take advantage of something, or just you have something to eavesdrop. The sword is here, the six of wands is coming through, and you have the fool card here all together. So it's definitely saying that somebody wanted to frustrate you, you have received some sort of financial blessing here, and you wanted to hop onto that financial blessing which you had just received. So you may need to pay attention, or you could recall it very well. And then these people wanted to threaten you after they recognized that there may have been some like activity in which you did, or they wanted to subjugate you or make these statements that you had did something that you did not do, just made it seem like it. Okay, so just be mindful of like who these people are to you and what they really wanted, what they stood for. Judgments here, and I'm for the child. You have the Eight of Cups here for judgment. You too have the Five of Pentacles of 4 points. Or you have the Two of Pentacles here, and then you have the Three of Swords here. I have two different decks that I'm using, so if you've seen anything additional that's come out similar, it's a sign of symbol. But I did see something else. But this is definitely a situation in which you're going to have to be this person out of hope, and you're going to have to recognize that the hardships and the burdens that they want to place on you, they won't have them. They won't have the opportunity to do that. This is going to be somebody that is giving that there's a female, right, who may be at fault for trying to fraud out somebody's mother, okay, like mother-in-law, okay, is giving that vibe. Like that's exactly what somebody wanted to do. And I feel like this person here, they need to remember that they may have a North Node in Sagittarius, and this person is uncontrolled and deliberate, so they will fight. Okay, and they also have a South Node in Gemini. For some, it's just that direct and both. They do. All right, and they may even be Gemini Cancer too with that South, and that can be somebody who is not necessarily able to stabilize their body sometimes. So when they get older, they may even fall over trying to attack other people. Okay? Serious. They do that on purpose. All right? Now, they have this deeply child of yours part here of part here to because what it's gonna be something crazy that pops off from the quantum codes that came up like they do good practice. What's up, Graham? Like, okay. What? I'm not, I can't make it up. The Page of Pentacles comes out even from this deck and the Page of Swords. And then you have four wands. When it comes to this person and them having their own endeavors to do something to you at some point, they have to get away from it. I can tell you that. And with the three wands, they wanted to stay on. With the strength, they had strong opinions about feminine energy and empress, meaning yourself, as well as somebody that they view as Nine of Cups, the parent, and the Five of Pentacles. That's how they view the other parent. The Nine of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And they wanted to be King of Wands against the Nine of Cups, which would be yourself, with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, because the fight that happened with the super with the Three of Pentacles related here, it had nothing to do with anybody else with that Three of Pentacles, but it's about support. It's about them feeling like they did not have support. So they wanted to play get back, slap back, bust back. And he was going wrong. Whoa! The Three of Wands and the Two of Cups. You may have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, other chakras. Somebody here who may stand in the way, but feel as though their middle child was really there and grievance to themselves. They're really not. Perhaps somebody had still or a child that miscarried or something like that, and that actually took away the middle child syndrome, but they still lived it out. Yes, I'm not joking. Yes, they were involved, and they had a matchmaker lover. Somebody that they was over here with, and this person, I feel like they educated them, keeping friends. I don't think it's good that I should have kept myself. I'm afraid. You don't have to serve that myself. And I'm I'm just with that. We got some pages out. So hell with them. I feel like the opportunity here to keep working with some people that is unraveling. It's like my weave right here. I don't have weave in my hair, okay? It's just a weaving rat. Literally, it's a weaving rat. That's exactly how I'm going to do my I didn't play my study myself. I bet they probably thought I was putting those on. So when I'm not even on protocol, I haven't done that. So I'm not still using that. Hey, I was told in my grade though that it's form out, and I pulled my neck off. Literally, moved the shit. Anything else? I was so bored one day. I started putting songs. It's not what it's called. Page of Cups is getting bored cups. So yeah, it's giving. Miss me when I'm gone, because I'ma still be one time in y'all ass. But it feels like maybe somebody left out. But it's needed. It's needed. It's so needed here. Oh my goodness. Up, 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 up. And I'm sick of mine. Like, well, what's that from? Mine. I'm not sick of from. You know, last quarter. What is holding you back? What is holding you back? When like I said, okay, I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb, I'm not crazy, I'm not ill. You know what I mean? They be trying to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Jack offs, whack offs, whatnot. You know? But anyway, what is holding you back? Listen, Prayer just said you were worthy and you were loved. And I even have the phone that that's over there. They said, quantities that they don't show up. And it was so funny because I saw them, what, 2 nights ago? They was over here dancing together, all fucking music about stuff okay. Over here, okay, all in the fires when I smoked. We was enjoying this thing, okay. I'm like, oh man, inside, like telling me to go out back to the towards here. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm not doing nothing wrong with it. Anything else to say? Social work, therapist, guidance counselor, child protective service. Okay. So be mindful here. These could be things in what somebody may need to do. And somebody who may be like social work and things like that, they may get a therapist or a guidance counselor for work because they may be committing like this tough love treatment with them. Now I know when like my folks was on that bus, we talked about that. Okay. There wasn't me. Okay. I have my own match that's actually legal that I and they try to push. I know that. Okay. There. Check that. Now, anyway, if there's any other questions about anything that you may have, just try to leave them down below. I'll kind of answer them. I don't think y'all are looking for no term true lovers and all this other bullshit and bringing questions with your soulmates and stuff like that. Because I've been trying to get to that, finishing up with it, but I'm not going to fake no fun with nobody when it comes to stuff like that. We don't organize ourselves when it comes to bullshit. That's what just like you got to know this fight once get money, right? Now, anyway, it's not gonna bite me. It's I'm gonna put it part. But yeah, those are your messages. I hope that resonates with you, Gemini. If it does, like, share, subscribe. I hope that resonates with you. Love like to you guys. Please take care. Yes, I do have a part of them in my image episode, and your mind has some. So if you've ever had like spiders that see They can see you might have a small connection to the living the root of your body at that point. Just a tiny little split because Greenwich had. Just give it, the more you know, when you read it and stuff like that, maybe you haven't gotten with my knowledge yet, but it's supposed to be coming out some more knowledge about her. So I've been looking it up. It's a little interesting to me. But I think I get the one that is right. It's the one that is the spider uh, deity. Okay, there was some sort of running encounter. So I'm just rolling with it. It's not about me too much because my problems they don't like spider either when it comes to certain things. But you know, it's a little bit perhaps surprised. You know, and I'm very I love you guys very much. I hope you stay blessed, take care. And love,